welcome everybody to the VAIL Season 2, Week 2 VRML. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. I'm your sole conductor in today's journey into the unknown, or the top, I suppose, of the VRML regular season ladder, with ZEAL currently set at number 1 and REKT Academy at number 10. Obviously, a limited amount of games played in these early weeks as we're only into the second week of the regular season, so your standing in that ladder is tumultuous at best. And we see a lot of heavy swapping of rank in the first 3 weeks. Things start to settle down weeks 4 and 5. Once we start to see a little more consistency in a team, a little bit more stepping up to the plate, if you will, of the challenge of top-tier squads, that's when we really get to see who's in the top 10, where's the top 20 at skill-wise. Is it competitive in the 15s to 30s? You know, there's a lot of teams this season, and it's going to be exciting to see where we end up sort of landing with new squads coming in and new squads being formed, old squads getting taken apart. It's interesting, to say the least. ZEAL is a squad that a lot of folks are interested in watching. REKT Academy, obviously a team that's following in the footsteps of their parent squad, I don't know what you would call it, but of REKT, that number 1 team in Season 1 that won at VRMLCon live on stage. So hype around both of these squads this afternoon to see what we get in terms of who's going to come out on top, who's going to keep winning, is ZEAL going to keep finding wins? Is REKT Academy a squad that's maybe going to be competing against REKT this season? You know, these are the questions we're here to sort of have answered. And once everyone's in lobby and ready to go, we should be diving into map number 1 soon enough. It does look like we're still getting folks in, but once we have everyone in lobby and ready to go, we will dive into our first map of the afternoon today in this best of 3. And so a quick shout out to everyone that's been tuning in, hanging out, and waiting in that countdown timer for the start of this series. We are almost there. And it looks like maybe somebody was having a tech issue, so they're swapping a player out on the side of REKT, I believe. But to take a look at the rosters, if we do look at the ZEAL team, Geever, Pezik, Loop Doop, Moon Astronaut, Mustache Miner, No Mike, Tunic, Wick, teams that you may be familiar with. And I love to see on the ZEAL side the commitment to the roster, to the logos. It looks good on stream, that's to say the least. But all players coming in from some past experience just across different teams, and now getting a chance to really kind of, with a new squad, challenge some of the better squads in the VRML that are already established to some extent. You know, REKT Academy coming in as a reband from REKT Junior in Season 1. That team ending around 1180 MMR there. And so, you know, curious to see again where both of these teams are at in overall skill, as we do again just wait for that 10th to join into the lobby, and then we should jump in. We'll find out sort of where, you know, what Season 2 is going to deliver for both of these squads, and is ZEAL going to have a really challenging Week 3 to the question. If they win here, it's going to be 3-1 on their overall regular season record, and I think that's going to put them in a spot where they may end up going up against, I guess, didn't they just go up? I feel like, yeah, they just lost to Restart. So we watched that match last week. On Sunday, they lost 26-22, a great back and forth nonetheless, but they did lose that overall series to Restart. And so that's their first loss of the season. Otherwise, ZEAL has gone up against Poise in 1 and Nocturne in 1, but again, there as well, very close games. The VRML algorithm matching us with some good battles, some good back and forths. And I do think, yeah, I thought we were starting there for a second, but we are still waiting. Over on REKT Squad, they've only had 1 game so far in the regular season. They haven't taken up any challenges, but they did dominate against Target Practice, of all teams, 27-3 in their first week. That's why they have such a high win percentage across the board, because they've only played one series and they've won all of their maps, so makes sense. But while we wait, I do want to quickly also shout out Axe Labs, the developer of VAIL, coming in and supporting VRML in Season 2. That $10,000 in cash on the line for these squads. Of course, it's a long process. 13 weeks of regular season, a postseason that you have to compete for, and, a very long road to get there at the end of the day. But that's what's on the line. That's what these teams are competing for. Skins, in-game, in-game skins as well. Obviously, a hot topic, something that a lot of people are interested in seeing what Season 1s are going to look like, and what Season 2s are going to be. So there's a lot to look forward to there too in terms of in-game cosmetic. But man, I started early and then we ended up getting delayed. So unfortunate. We're probably be right on time right now, as we do just wait for that 10th to join in, and then we'll get started. But I see the question: who top frags on each team? Well, I guess we'll find. Who was it on ZEAL against Restart? Names that I remember saying are PZ and No Mike the most. So if I were to pick two, it's those two on the ZEAL side. But REKT Academy, up in the air still. They have yet to be casted, so it's also another reason why I want to jump on the game, trying to give everyone that does play, across the regular season some love, some showcasing, if you will, on the streams. But I do see the shout-outs in chat. I appreciate those. Just trying to sort out details here. But I'm guessing that their 10th they're trying to get in here is having some tech issues as well. And I'm getting that we're about 2 minutes out. So I may go to a brief break. We'll break. When we come back, it will be the start of map 1, and we'll go right into map 1. I do apologize for the false start, but hey, tech issues happen. Ooh, maybe I've stalled long enough. I see a 10th has joined. So maybe I don't have to go to a break. Maybe I've stalled long enough. I have. They've got their 10th in, and we are starting map number 1. Where is it taking us? This is killing me. It looks like we could be headed to Miru to kick things off. I don't think we started a series in Season 2 on Miru yet. But yeah, it looks like we are starting on Miru for round number 1. On the attack, we have REKT Academy on the defense. We've got ZEAL, and into round 1 we go. The best of 3, where we'll spectate all 3 maps played out this afternoon. Our first round, kicking things off with pistols in hand. Not enough cash or economy to buy rifles or anything else, but Loop doesn't need those. They swing out for a double. He's trying to hold back at B side as the trio barges through. Agrid scoops up one and is going to rotate to the back of Loop here. Blue and Geever fighting this trio up front, though. There's the trade. Blue catches that kill. Multiple going down as the smoke deters the rotation. from Rubis there up through B, so they come crashing back towards blue. And Moon is now alone. Scanner in Rubis' hands, but HP super low, and a rotation definitely coming through. Moon is guessing that without a push on site, that this duo is likely to shift to the other side of the map, and so they've positioned themselves in the middle of both objectives, where if it does go to B, they can rotate to B. If it does go to A, they can rotate to A. So here we are, pushing into A site, full HP against just a bullet away on both players. But they won't be looking in the right direction. Blue catches the back of Moon, and a nice start for REKT Academy. The pistol round going their way. And an offensive point on the board on Miru. I think we do tend to see... what is the trend? Pretty back and forth, honestly. Miru's almost 60-40 maybe on defense. In terms of round wins. More utility. And this time, rifles in the hands of both players. Maybe SMGs depends, but it looks like the standard meta is in effect. With Geever the only one deviating from the M4 with the AK there. Or an AR, maybe. Either way. ZEAL team and REKT both full HP and positioned heavily around B site. First shots unleash, and oh my goodness! This offense getting cut down as No Mike scoops up the rotation through the smoke, and VAIL dot finds one, but no more. And a great bounce back once rifles were in play. ZEAL comes alive. 4 remaining on the defensive half, and I see Cookie asking who makes the music for VRML. I have the tracks. I can look up the artists and post them, but at the moment, off the top of my head, I don't know. I think they're not custom. It's not custom made music, but if someone wants to make music for VRML, we're more than happy to. Yeah. Peacock set up over at B site, but so far no real aggression and just a little bit of utility in comparison to the last push where they did crash at B and then rotate A. There's a lot more utility coming here on site, so that has to be something that the ZEAL team reads, recognizing that there's not a whole lot of action going here. Start to rotate off it. Loop may swing. Now it looks like they have one blue holding the backside while the rest rotate over towards that A site. 2 in the basement, 1 up top, trying to connect with some utility first before making their way in. The obvious challenge, of course, is Moon's position here. They'll be able to scoop up 1. For 2? No, they can't quite find it on that peak, but they do get info. The rest of the team, Ruben and Blue, finding their picks, and now it's just the duo, Anti-Context and Angel, with time ticking down. Moon swings out, and they find a double.
Round starting.
Great way to wrap up a round for ZEAL, and they're right back in to this series with a nice 2-1 lead in map 1. Top trying to catch some shots, dodging a barrage of grenades. Almost at their toes, but definitely a heavy and fast push coming at A this time. The call-out has to be coming in to ZEAL to rotate, and speed will be the answer. Moon goes down, VAIL picks up a double as collateral comes through on the back of the camera, and big rotation from the side gets shut down. But we trade 1 for 1 as defense picks away. All of a sudden, we're just left to loop dupe in a 1v4. Scanner down on A site. That made nearly catching him. They swing out for the challenge onto Rubis, and they'll go down.
Round starting.
Tied up 2-2. Map 1 flying. Some fast-paced pushes coming in here, but I like to see the diversity in strategy from the REKT Academy team. Failing in 2 rounds and then changing up their overall approach with a bit more of a faster play towards A. Gotta wonder if they're going to try that again and if ZEAL is going to try and react accordingly. Looks like no Mike getting aggressive, that's for sure. As they tuck in, a little rotation from blue, they're waiting for this team to push up. No Mike can pop out, catch the first pick. No, blue actually going to get the first. Looking for more. Loop Doop does pop out to find theirs. Finally, a connection from that offense. Or, excuse me, defense, rather. Oh, and there's the big swing, but only one. Almost a big double. And we're even. Almost even. 3v2 still. Offense has the advantage. Sight rotate here. Or no, maybe we have a... No, yeah, I thought we had to. They're stacked so heavily. VAIL dot right behind Angel. Comes the swing out on the B-side boxes. Moon and Geever with Geever a slice of HP. Moon leading the charge, or trying to at least. Geever swings out towards B, and the defense crashes back, tucks in, and waits for the push towards objective. Angel finds the first, looks for the second, snaps to it, and no. Moon still full HP, catches that kill. Has 2 more to go before they can challenge that scanner, and time is ticking. 20 seconds left on the clock for the rotation. They spot VAIL dot. They catch that kill. Hand has to get on scanner soon as utility deters them from being there. And they'll go for it. They'll bait it. No, anti-contextual doesn't go. They have limited time. Now they're going to have to one-hand it. They're going to have to connect other shots, and they can't. A well-timed play. If they'd gone for the initial stick and held it, they probably could have had the time. But, good play from anti-contextual. REKT taking back the lead. First time since they've had it in the pistol round. Oh, and that's a big nade. It's not cooked quite enough. Goes a bit too far. Trade 1-for-1 over the top. We still have Zeke here holding things down. On the backside, a big flank from No Mike. It's shut down by VAIL dot. Moon on the hunt up through the center. Zeke's pinching from the side. Zeke finding more through the smoke. Suddenly Blue has lost all their support, and the smoke wall not helping but hurting them, denying them information, and they're going to drop back. Zeke just needs one more, and I think they have the ace on the round. And there it is. Moon actually catching the kill. Zeke was also peeking, though. Well-coordinated swing from the duo. So we go to round 7, 2 more rounds, and then we get to that side swap. Where ZEAL go on the attack, and REKT get a chance at defense, and could see a change of pace there, obviously. But a good warm-up for both squads, and true to the REKT Academy and ZEAL match histories, they are going to keep this series close. Finding a double, No Mike on the back end. Well, that was a good distraction and brought the team over. The trio has yet to make their way up, and they will catch Rubus out. Scanner will go down. Oh, no, it won't actually. On the back there, a big pick. As No Mike shuts down the scanner, and here comes the entire crash from side. There's the nade over the top, doesn't connect. Geever finally shuts it down, and a great crash from ZEAL. Good coordination from the remaining alive squad. Obviously all 5 alive there after shutting down that B-side push as they swing and sort of crunch down on the trio at A. Almost had scanner down, almost could set up for defense, but No Mike got there just in time to shut everybody down. 7 and 4, 7 and 5, 7 and 5 for the 3 kill leaders, all tied on Zeal's end. Over on REKT, 6 and 5, 6 and 5, 6 and 6, all tied. Push out, can't get the kill though, and Rube is saving the life of their teammate over the top. Also getting a kill for their troubles as another nade comes in and connects. There's a nice scoop up. Loop Dupe finding 2. Can they make it 3? They do. There's Blue as they snap down onto the bottom. Angel now alone. Can't find Moon through the construction. And we have our first 2-point lead. ZEAL taking it just at the right time as they swap sides and go on the attack. Finds the wild dog. And it looks like a change. What we've been seeing with REKT on the attack and ZEAL switching over to B. But anti-contextual with a huge double kill. On the back end, No Mike finds this pickup as well. Geaver shutting down on-site defense, and it leaves Angel and Blue. So a 1v3 as this team attacks the remaining defenders. Blue actually crashing all the way back off of middle. Angel tucking in, and they have a chance for a scanner plant, but they're waiting a bit too long and allowing Blue on this rotation where now Blue and Angel can pinch from both sides. Or maybe, oh wow, look at this swap up. The defense now attacking onto site while the offense defends. Where is the scanner? Geaver has it. Why hasn't it gone down? Questions that I'm sure this offense or this defense is asking themselves as well. And that should be at least some info that the rotation is here at A. Still no scanner plan. Blue here and a challenge over the top of the smoke. About and catches Geaver on the swing. There's one. Heard No Mike swing up there. Catches them in a trade. There's 2, but not 3.
Round starting. Get ready.
Good shot, but it is ZEAL now extending that lead. There's the trade. Moon on the back end able to support, but oh no, they're not ready for anti-contextual with the double. Finally, REKT Academy have a good, solid defensive round in their pockets, and Geaver is trying to clutch things up with a few kills, but not enough.
Round starting.
Quickly sets us to a 4-6 map 1. How did I turn off the... Oh boy. do I, folks. Let's figure that out in a second. There it is. Apologies. Little tech hiccup, but we're back into it on the side. I think that could have been devastating to this squad, but... Ooh, a nice swing out from blue. They're going to be ready for the rotation. Yes, they are. They spotted Geaver on that swing. Made almost onto the corner there for blue, but doesn't go quite far enough. And that smoke certainly will give away the position. Any context trying to watch over the top as blue gets pinched by the duo here. Is able to escape.
30 seconds remaining.
Easy catches one, and now they're rotating for the plant with time ticking down, and blue, the only defender left. Easy will catch the kill as blue rotates around the site. ZEAL 7-4. 2 more points to go. They've got map 1, and we move on to our second map for the series decider. If ZEAL win 2 in a row, they'll win the series, and we'll still play that third map out. The amount of rounds won ends up determining how much you go up or down in rank. It's the whole series. All 3 maps do matter. It matters more if both teams win a map, though, so that could certainly be in the cards. We'll have to see. ZEAL have come in looking good. They're 2-1 on the season. Looking to make that 3-1. Snap there from Anti, pushing up the stairs. Middle kill comes in, and yeah, no Mike. Will catch the back of that rotation. Does get a little caught off guard there by any contextual swinging. Blue trades down. A no Mike catches. Any context not ready for Rubis on the rotation, and Geaver, the last attacker for ZEAL, does catch the first of 2 kills they'll need, but suffers an HP loss. Has Scanner in hand, so can go wherever they want, and essentially can dictate where this round ends.
30 seconds remaining.
They will rotate. Blue won't hear it because of the long swing. So Scanner should be able to go down on B if Geaver is fast enough. As time ticks down, it's going to be a choice for Blue to make. Do they think it's happening at A, or is it going down at B? And they'll know right now.
Started.
Timer's on. 40 seconds for Blue to work with as they rotate around and spend 10 of that getting utility off of their downed enemies or teammates. And look at where all that utility is coming into use. The smoke getting tossed out there, and they are going to go for the stick. A long rotation from Geaver. They're not pushing in time, and Blue is going to get the interrupt. REKT are back on the board for their first round on defense with a huge clutch. And Blue coming out on top. The utility zoning out the defense there, but ultimately a great play. site, getting a heavy push while all this utility gets dispersed out towards B. Moon will find the first kill too, and that does crack the A site shell. There's a nice headshot from No Mike. Look at all the way on the back. Any contextual still defending. PC getting rid of one more over towards B, and the anti-contextual and Rubis now are all that's left in a 2v4 with the scanner down on site. 2v3, excuse me. Anti-context's gonna have to get this interrupt. 1v2. They know where the... Oh, they're just going to go for the stick? I think they are. Are they grabbing it? They can't... There it is. Had their hand on it. Oh, and maybe that would have... I'm sure the audio key would have given it away, but that was weird there wasn't one the first time they grabbed it. Either way, a little bit of a hiccup there on the interrupt that does get disrupted by the offense, and ZEAL take it to map point. Shout out to everyone tuning in. I appreciate you all. Please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see more of you coming back for what is going to be a lot of VAIL casts this season. Oh, I thought No Mike had the head there, but they're going to go for the nade top. They push up. Doesn't connect, and they'll drop back to that smoke. Angel trying to hold down through the middle, and on site they lose one. No Mike picks up another, and Rubis going to try and clutch up for this defense at B. Hoping that knife hits a Hail Mary, but not going to connect. Anti-contextual does shut down that middle advance to find a trade. And on site is being pushed. Nice swing out there from Annie again, picking up another kill. Worried about the flank, as they should be. Timing is everything. 30 seconds, so time will be everything.
30 seconds remaining.
And maybe it's an A site rotation. Geaver has scanner in hand, and they are rotating over to that A side. Moon will kick things off with that first kill, too. A little spray to make sure Annie doesn't peek out as the scanner goes down, and there will be the giveaway for Annie that they know they're on this corner here. 35 seconds to try and find a double kill. And Geaver shuts it down. ZEAL take map 1 on Miru. 9-5. Little hug. Celebrate the victory. Quick look at the scoreboard. With No Mike at 16 and Blue at 13, and a map went into their hands. Let's see where they take us for our second map. But I imagine Kitty is going to be saved for map 3, as it tends to fall into a team's least favorite map to play. Ooh, let me update the scores. Give you your map. Figure out if we're going to get any subs, any pauses, or if we're going right into map number 2 shortly. I'm watching the teams run around in the post-game lobby and seeing some index users having all of that finger support. And it does look like ZEAL will be subbing somebody out. I think this topic came up with the Acer team when they won their first map yesterday. They subbed out a few players, and I saw someone in chat saying they wanted to get, or no, it was Alliterate. I think it was Acer. They wanted to get all of the roster practice. And I got to agree with that decision. You know, it's a good choice to have that reserved 3 in your team, just in case someone can't make it, someone can't has any sort of tech problems. It's, you know, to have that extra couple of players in the pocket that you know mesh well with your team actually has a lot more value than I think a lot of squads anticipate. And while it's hard to roster those subs, if you do play them, as we're seeing here, then that's sort of how you keep a happy squad. And I've got our second map. Whoops. Let's do the intro. We're headed to Suna. We have REKT on the defense for round 1 and ZEAL on the attack to kick things off on Suna. And our pistol round, oftentimes determined by heavy utility use in the early moments here. And we are seeing a large smoke wall go up. Boop catches one with their nade over the top. Rubis lingering here around the corner, goes down. And B-side in control of ZEAL. Straight up the middle. Angel caught in a tough spot with an entire team peeking up over the top. And anti-contextual on a long rotation. A lot of ground to cover with limited time to do it. 30 seconds on the clock to kill 3 and get up and interrupt that scanner. I see a comment from Blade saying good cast yesterday. Rewatching our game was entertaining. Well, gosh, I hope. I hope it was entertaining. But thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. This game's certainly been entertaining. His mustache, the substitute on to the ZEAL roster, comes alive with their first kill in the series and locks in a round into ZEAL's pockets. 9-5 map 1 has their confidence certainly going here, and a little bit more comfortable in a best of 3 when you've locked in that first map. Obviously, you have a loss to cushion the blow, and unlike REKT Academy, you do have to sort of clutch up here. This is a must-win for this series to still be in contention for them. And they've already... Oh, no, they've only played 1 game so far this season, so... I'm sure they'd rather go 2-0 than 1-1. Moon using a sniper. I don't think I've ever seen anyone pick that up in league play. I did see the discussion as why, but... very rarely. Meanwhile, up through the center... Fighting up through the middle as well, trying to hold off the rotation. Does push up through the smoke, catches one, could surprise the rest of this offense, but no, Mike, what an angle. Catches the long-range pick. Shuts down that rotation, and it leaves it to the duo and short B. Scanner doesn't go down, and oh my. A nice pickup from Blue. 2-2 now. What looked to be a certain series, or a certain round into ZEAL's hands, is instead a player having trouble with the scanner, and Moon catches the shot with the sniper. The bolt action, there's 2!
Round starting.
the trade, but it's a kill and a double and a round off of the sniper. High fives are in order, Moon, but it was seemingly a one round trick there. As they've gone back to that AK for round 3. Oh, and a double from Rubens. Can they make it 3? No, they can't. Big swing around the smoke. VAIL finally gets rid of everyone else that was trying to make an impact over at site. But still could be Loop able to clutch this up. It was a 1v3 though. Everyone's fully out of health. They're at half HP. They're getting pinched from both sides, and yeah, Loop Dupe not able to lock that in. Blue finds that kill and gets REKT Academy their first point of Suna on the board. Their defensive half not starting how maybe they were hoping, but it's okay. A big shutdown of momentum there off of, again, ZEAL winning the map and going up 2-0. You want to stop that energy. Buried in the smoke, getting shut down from what could have been multiple kills down that long site at B, but drops back, gets picked off by Arubis, and meanwhile, on the swing through, Moon and Mustache is making an impact over at A, forcing a rotation from the entire team. Scanner does not go down. Mustache shuts down another rotation. It does get planted, and now there's only 40 seconds on the clock and 1 defender left. Half HP on 2 of the 3 left alive. There's one. Doesn't swing for VAIL, and almost, but good play from REKT to tie this back up, much like round 1. Oh my. I don't know if that was intentional.
Scan interrupted.
But VAIL does get the scan. That was almost bad news. And we're tied up 2-2. Just like map 1, though. And eventually, ZEAL fell into a rhythm. See if they're able to do that on the attack. Play seems to be in order. No Mike comes barreling in, but gets shut down by Annie, and now in the smoke. A lone defender getting supported by the rest of the team, coming crashing over to site. They'll trade down in a 1-for-1. That will leave Mustache alone in a 1v1 with a slice of HP against full HP. VAIL dot. Timing could be everything here for Miner. If they are going to go for the scanner plant too is the question. I think with so little HP, they're not going to risk. Seconds, and here comes the rotation. VAIL waiting for that scanner to go down, but it won't be at A site. There's a lot of time for Mustache to rotate over towards B, and they're going to make that play. They're going to get over to B. They're going to get that scanner down. Uncontested.
Scan started.
utility does back mustached off, and VAIL does go up for the stick. Again, no one interrupting it. And I think that's the second time that ZEAL have lost a round to denying the scanner interrupt because they think it's a bait. Sometimes you just got to go for the stick, and sometimes it works. REKT, another point. 3-2 in the lead. Great bounce back here on Suna. Could be a map 3 decider for this series if REKT have anything to say about it here. Good smoke. That cough, the audio cue. Mike pushing up, trying to get the nade out over the top. Goes a little too far and does crash forward to shut down VAIL. We're all now left with the short A site push, and oh boy, short B rather. They get shut down, and anti-contextual in a 1v4. ZEAL, after 3 rounds in a row, have come in with a commanding round 6. A big shift. And honestly, the pace as well, as they went way faster towards site. Overwhelm REKT Academy. Tie things up 3-3. Do not allow REKT to get a 2-point lead all series, so far at least. They have shut that down every time REKT have come close. I do wonder what the votes were from the community here. (17 to 22) in favor of REKT Academy. Oh my goodness, double. Onside defense gone, another kill. Mike finds Angel. Finally, Blue shuts it down. No Mike with the ace! Puts ZEAL in the lead. Puts it on their back. And it doesn't turn around for any celebration or any pats on the back. They're happy with their full ace clutch. They'll just continue on to the next round. Thank you. I do give a thumbs up. So maybe there was some compliments in the chat, but a big ace from No Mike there, shutting down the entirety of REKT Academy. They'll try to do it again as they start things off with a nice nade. Barreling through the smoke. They can't find their second victim, but they do at least some damage, draw the attention of the defense while this push comes through. Up towards B site. Scanner gonna go down. And oh my, an absolute brawl back and forth that leaves Moon on the hunt for the final defender. They'll pick up the double.
We're switching sides.
ZEAL extend it to 2, just like in map 1. They're now in a little bit more of a comfortable position, right on the side swap onto defense, up 2-3. They can tuck in, take the pistol round here, force the coordination out of this REKT Academy offense, who are now down a map and down 2 points in map 2, which could decide the series. No Mike up to finding 1, finding 2, gets shut down. The chaos in the middle is a nice net benefit there. Sets ZEAL up into a 4-3 super early on the pistol round. Fights across the field here. And it's the defense that wins. A headshot there, and another from non-context catch. Or anti-context. Catch non-context. Catch the Third point for ZEAL. 3 more to go, and they've got themselves a series winning up 3-1 on Season 2. Oh my goodness, no Mike again with the early nade. They're pushing up on the hunt, and they're punishing this offense for not having the coverage up through the center. Another 1 for 2, and again, ZEAL's set up 4v3. Good nades coming in, designed to back off the defense. Blue ready for Mustache, but the trade goes the way of a 1 for 1 there, and now Rubis alone. Slice of HP gone, and scanner in hand. The choice is to crash back towards A. Right into the hands of PZeke, who's 7 and 5 on the map. And it seems that Rubis is going to catch the kill. PZeke ready and waiting for the rotation, but a nice swing out, and Rubis finds that first of 3. Can't get the second. Loop-doop shuts it down, and ZEAL inch closer to a series win. 2 more points.
God interrupted.
They've got map 2. We go to play map 3 on Kitty.
Round starting.
We will stick around for that to see how that unfolds. The rounds that are won does matter. But ZEAL's starting to feel confident. Moon going for another clip, if you will, with that sniper in hand. 10 and 4 on the map, so obviously shooting well enough to warrant it, but you really only get 1 shot to hit your mark. If you miss that, you're out. I mean, that's the nature of the sniper, though, and I think, again, this is the first time I've ever cast a match where this weapon's been used in 2 seasons. I do like to see the change coming in from REKT, adjusting to what has been an incredibly strong, early, aggressive rotation from No Mike through the middle. And then we see REKT stacking a heavy bit of focus into the center, but at this stage, No Mike has swapped their strategy as well. And with a minute left, time seems to be time to push towards B. Oh, and a double. That keeps things sort of close for No Mike. Into a 1-3, finds the first. Finds the second, transfers for the third, and cannot shut them down. REKT get an offensive point.
Get ready.
Just barely, though. Finally, No Mike shut down in the middle. And an advantage to REKT early because of that aggression. And that almost was bad news. Thankfully, a quick shutdown and a sneak peeks to catch the kill. Rubis goes down the hunt. Oh, poorly timed as VAIL turns, anticipating that they had that kill. Moon goes down to blue, and we're into a 1v2. Scanner into Angel's hands, has to go down on site. And Blue with the coverage puts another point into REKT's pockets. Map 2 not going away too quickly. But ZEAL is on the cusp. Just needs 2 more points, and they've got the second map in the series win. One on the comeback, can't get second through the smoke. Scanner did go down for a moment there, but is picked up. Loop Dupes had the chance to push up here, and they'll catch a double. Nice nade off the wall to slow things down, and a quick rotation. VAIL catching that nade frag nicely on their rotate out. They don't crash all the way, though, to A, and instead rotate back to B. The back and forth on the corner. Moon finds one. Can't get the second, does with the nade, and ZEAL catch a win.
Match point.
That moment there where ZEAL regained control in an otherwise sort of rough round. No, Mike again getting aggressive, this time towards A site and predicting things right. The entire team here pushing towards A. Rotation certainly warranted as a double gets picked up by PZ. Shut down by Arubis. Traded with a back and forth that leaves it a 2 for 3. And ultimately onside defense weak. But Anti-Contextual and Angel not quite into a position where they're comfortable to take this plant. Also have to worry about the slow rotation, the nades, everything that's coming at them. That results in a ZEAL win. 9-5. Map 2. Celebrating a Series W with a little galloping. A map 2 win, and like we've said here, we'll wait till that third gets played out. We'll watch it, we'll catch it, we'll spectate it. But it's a series win nonetheless for ZEAL. And because there's only 3 maps into the map pool in Season 2, it means that Suna down, all we have left is Kitty to play out for map 3. Quick shout out to the folks in chat. I see Quick, Tactical Pan, Bot, Hair Taj, John Pork, Addicted to Cookie, Boys Fall, Vero, Blade VGG, Peak Rice, Scuber, Ethics, Rui, Jordan. Thank you all for tuning in, hanging out, and enjoying the broadcast this afternoon. A good series to tune into on a Saturday night, quite frankly. So I'm happy that the connoisseur votes, the folks that voted on what match they want to see, voted on this one. Because it has been a good back and forth. Let's go ahead and give them the good to go. G2G, map 3. And it looks like a bit of a substitute coming in again on the ZEAL side. 2 players dropping out. Trying to utilize that full roster. Curious to see who they're going to bring in. Just a reconnect. Maybe just a little tech pause here. Maybe they're not going to bring in the subs. Maybe they only wanted one of them to drop instead of 2. Wondering if we got to go to a break. One of these teams is going to take a timeout. ZEAL obviously fighting hard, and we're at an hour solid of competitive back and forth. So Wouldn't surprise me if a little pause is needed by either one of these teams right now. There it is. Tunic has come in as a sub on the ZEAL side. And like we said, map 3 going to take us to Kitty. This is the only map left in the pool, and more often than not, the final map that teams play in a typical best of 3.
Match starting.
If you're just tuning in, we've got 2 maps already done and dusted. Map 1 on Miru going 9-5 to ZEAL. Map 2 on Suna going 9-5 to ZEAL. And now map 3. Will it be a 3-map series win, or could ZEAL potentially slip up here on Kitty? That's what we're here to find out. And No Mike continues to be a standout shooter for this team as Blue finally shuts them down. Picks up not almost a second. He's getting collapsed on by the rest of this team, though, and Angel now going to get pinched by all 3 of these pistol users here from the flank. They swing out, and Loop Dupe shuts it down. ZEAL, a quick one out the gate.
Round starting.
Kitty been going a little bit more offensive-sided this season. My theory is that because of the change in the meta from players being able to put 2 grenades on their belt to now only being able to put 1 grenade and 1 utility on their belt, I think it changes the meta substantially enough that we're seeing more offensive rounds come together. And maybe that is because there's not enough grenades to really deter them off like there used to be in Season 1, but definitely a little bit of a shift. So still, obviously a chance for REKT, but an early opener and a double nade. Even Tunic saving their final frags they do have for this push, and Blue finds a double to even the odds back to 3-3. Sub looking for VAIL over the top, can't connect. PZeek catches Blue, and it does leave VAIL alone in a 1v3 for ZEAL's potential second point on the board. Peace. Just at the right time. Sees Loop there, but can't win the trade, and it's the second point into the board. ZEAL running away with a little momentum after 2 map wins. ZEAL hugging, kissing in celebration. Virtually, of course. Flank. No, Mike, please. You've got enough kills. Being aggressive already. Oh, Loop Dupe says, no, Mike, you don't got to do anything. I'll shut down everyone at the front in between before No Mike even gets here. ZEAL. Have locked in a 3-0 lead. Fast 2 maps, too, if you look at the time. 30 minutes a map. Roughly, really, actually, more like 25. An impressive series, to say the least. ZEAL's looking good this season. Mike says, no fun. allowed to play this round and catch his 2 kills out of the gates. That does set this team into a bit of a panic that does send them into the hands of the rest of this defense. REKT having a tough time in this third map. It's the test of a team. After losing a series, you have the overall team focus to do the work in the third map and try and catch a map 3 win. The reason you want to go for that is because if you do win a third map, you're going to go down in rank a lot less than if you would if you lost all 3 maps. And so it's a loss still, but it's a minimized loss. And oh, look at this smoke. Everyone here gets identified. Well, only 1 kill comes in. Miru and Tunic, meanwhile, pick up 2 of their own. Push onto the side. Beaver swings for another. PZ covering the flank there, but Scan does go down in the chaos. And Contextual alone in a 1v4 now to hold down the scanner. No easy task as everyone crashes in. And ZEAL are up with a fast 5.
Scan interrupted.
Probably my least favorite Fast and the Furious.
Round
I
starting.
think it's because they brought back Han in Fast 5, and I liked him in Tokyo Drift. Anywho. A 5-0 lead. And it has been fast. And ZEAL definitely running away with that series win momentum right now. No Mike. Barreling forward, catches the kill. They cannot slow him down. VAIL trying to stop this advance, does get 1. Nades coming in. They catch Beaver? No. Up through the middle and down. Before we can even look goes the rest of REKT.
Round starting.
This could be a fast 8-0 on defensive half here where we could go into a pistol round to decide this third map. We could be done with this third map in the time that we were done with an entire half. Oh yeah, that makes sense, I guess. We'll be done with this in 10 minutes. If ZEAL continue to just fully sprint at this REKT Academy offense. REKT got to figure out something to battle back this aggression. If they can't, it's going to be a strategy that gets deployed on them consistently on Kitty to what seems to be relative success. VAIL dot. Catching No Mike, but No Mike with the SMG quick to snap it up, and the fast fire rate catches the kills. They find more, they do. Only 1. There's a second on the back end by Giver, and it leaves alone Blue in a 1v2, which is manageable. Half health, though, not ideal. Not sure where to go. Every way out seems dangerous, and it is. Especially now with Giver tucked in. Dupe here does go down, and where does Blue go with the time they have left? I don't even know if they know where the scanner is, but they don't have it. See Giver cross. There's the scanner, and it is picked up. Rotation coming in. Well read by Giver that it was coming in. Oh, but it's not going to be here in time. 2 seconds. They can't get that scanner down in 2 seconds. ZEAL take it 7-0. The half nearly perfect for them. As REKT are having a really hard time now after, again, losing that series And on offense on a map that has historically been defensive-sided, very heavily defensive-sided. This is more of what we saw in Season 1 in terms of rounds being won, but we didn't see this level of aggression. ZEAL definitely confident, as they should be off of a series win already. They are just sort of now sprinting at their opponent to success, which probably adds on to that confidence. No Mike catches a nade. Catches another kill. It does get picked. Anti-contextual with the vital one. No Mike been a lead killer for this team. 10 and 6. They cannot get out of the skate park though. They keep wiping out. As Loop does hit a headshot there. Smoked, and with that audio cue, the cough gives away their position. See in chat, how's your day going so far? From Moon Astronaut, thank you for asking. It's great.
30 seconds remaining.
It is not so great for PZ. And with only a limited amount of time, not so great for Blue. That Tunic given away. It's an 8-0 lead for ZEAL. With the side swap, REKT are hoping that they can string together a couple rounds in a sequence here. But ZEAL have an opportunity for a 9-0 shutdown on map 3. Second kill, there's the third. Finally, some connections coming in on the defense side, though, and not before Tunic with two pistols catches 2 kills, and now Anti-contextual alone in a 1v3 scanner down. This is likely the wrap on the series. Time gonna be the factor the most, if anything. But I like to see Anti-contextual trying to do everything they can here, trying to clutch up this 1v2. Can't get the kills. It's a final map win, 9-0, and a fast one at that. A full series with 3 maps locked in a row from ZEAL. That'll be it for us here on the decks. A quick shout out to Axe Labs for sponsoring VRML Season 2 with that $10,000 in cash. It's a tremendous prize pool to be on the hunt for, and it's what ZEAL is in the running for at this stage. 3-1 on the Season 2. A great record to start things off with as a new team, and they're going to have a lot to step up to with the challenges that they'll face in the later weeks. That'll be it for me. My name's Ben Nightfire with 2 E's. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, stay classy. VAIL VRML is brought to you by XLab, Exclaim, Helga, the esports manager, HyperX, ProTube VR, VR Cover. Thanks for watching VRML.